What's going on, guys? Bonafide Hustler here on YouTube and also on Facebook. So if you're on my Bonafide Hustler Facebook, you can watch this as well. But anyways, I'm going to show you guys a garage sale haul that we did last weekend. I really want to get to getting it all done and processed. And it's a pretty interesting haul. It wasn't the greatest weekend, it wasn't the worst weekend, but it was me, my brother E-Money, and also a member from the green room, Alan T. So I'm going to show you this stuff. I want to make sure that you guys can hear me first of all, because I'm trying to integrate the microphone, or not. I'm trying to basically get the sound for the microphone on the camera to pick up perfectly fine. So that way I don't have a headset and I can actually walk around and show you guys these interesting finds. Anyway, 10 watching right now, man. That's really fast. You guys came in. So hit the like button if you like these kind of hauls. This is like the third one I've done. And it's also the third one I've done where I've multi-streamed on Facebook Live as well. So I will be reading out a couple remarks, comments, or maybe shouting out some people from both sides. But it is good to see everyone out there. What's up, Darren Eckelman? What's up, Matthew Dresner? What's up, Zeus? What's up, Bobby Moons? I see a new name right here. Bobby Moons, what's up? Garage Flips, what's up? Probably one of my most loyal subscribers now of lately, past 2 weeks. Garage Flips, what's going on? Yeah, so here we go. And you're welcome. Lucky says, Chris, thanks for hosting. Yeah, it's one of those things. I do a lot of updates in the green room when things sell, right? And I put all kinds of explanations on why it sold for that much or whatever. But I also do a more detailed version of this video, which I did on Monday. It's already in the room, right? So more detailed means exactly what goes on in my head when I purchase these kind of things. But I definitely want to show you guys this stuff today, and maybe you guys can grab a little bit of a tidbit of information or something to where maybe you can make some money on it, weeks from now, months from now, whatever, because neighborhood-wide garage sale season is right around the corner, and I really think you guys can learn from this video. Okay, so here we go, and something I'm doing today, a little bit different, is I have a glass of water here. Now, that's not super important, but I tend to go through these entire hour-long shows just without drinking water. Like I realized, like just the other day when I was watching a TED Talk, I was like, dude, this TED Talk is like 15 minutes long. But I watched it, right? And the lady like took a drink of water like every 2 minutes or so. And I was like, damn, like I've been doing it wrong the whole time. So anyway, what's going on, Kenny from Facebook land? We have Brad Kessler and we have Angie in the house. So anyway, Brad Kessler says, I'm over here slinging Guitar Heroes all day, my favorite resource in the Green Room University. That's right. We have a guide in the Green Room University called Exploits of Life. If you're not in on the Guitar Heroes / rock band type of gameplay, or should I say not playing the games, but hustling the bundles, man, you're really missing out, because that stuff's really out there a lot, especially during neighborhood-wide garage sale season. You're going to be finding a lot of that stuff. So anyway, you got to check it out. It's a little intimidating at first, and you got to test this stuff out, and you got to get the right bundles together. But definitely one of those things you have to be jumping on. And there's definitely a guide in the Green Room University already. Darren Eckelman says, Chris, you're going to need a bigger shirt. I know. I like this shirt. It was leg day today, so I just threw it on before I worked out. And I don't know if any of you guys know who this is, but I'm pretty sure someone's going to know who this is. And what's the relevance to Bonafide Hustler with this guy? Let me know. Someone's going to know out there for sure. 38 viewers in the house. It's good to see it. I'll start off with something that E-Money purchased from a Goodwill. I believe this is like $7 with a discount. And I don't know about your town, but like anytime that you guys can get a discount, that's great. And most people are like discounts to Savers and Salvation Armies, and they hardly ever talk about Goodwill. Now, Goodwill has color-coded days in Austin, Texas. I don't know how it is across the country, and maybe you guys can shed some light on that. But one of the other things that they have here in Austin is a survey on the bottom of the receipt that gets you a code that's good for the entire month for 10% off. That's good. 10% off on a institution that's actually raising their prices, what seems to be every single year. 10% matters, okay? When's the last time you got a 10% raise? Think about it for a second. 10% really matters. I know it's kind of small when it comes down to discount cents, but when it comes to actual logic, you go, man, a 10% raise would be killer if you have a full-time job. 10% is 10%, any way you want to look at it. So anyway, he popped on this Shields jersey, which I think might be Green Room. It's the Green Room Packers, guys. No, Green Bay Packers. I guess that's a Packers jersey. I don't know. Licensed by the NFL, of course. It's a Nike on-field jersey. And E-Money thinks he can flip this for about 30 to 35 bucks, something like that. So that's what he popped on. I'm not a big jersey kind of guy, but I'm more of like satin jacket, pro line, starter, all that kind of stuff, chalk line, jersey. I mean, not jerseys, but satin type vintage or retro-esque jackets. So one of those things. I actually just sold like a couple of days ago, a Dallas Cowboys one that I found for probably like $1. And I think it sold for like 40 or something like that. And it was just a Dallas Cowboys kind of like puff jacket looking thing, surprisingly fit in a padded poly mailer, which was pretty cool. Okay, so we were just talking about Guitar Hero. Get this thing out of the way here. And so essentially, you know, I don't want you guys to go sitting out there and just buying every single one of these things that you see without understanding fundamentally how to proceed when you find these things, okay? Because just because you find them, you have to know how to test them, what goes with each one, what the hell is a dongle in the first place? You got to know the answers to all these kind of questions first. And more importantly, once you've done the testing, you got the dongle, everything looks good, and you know you've taken out some of the blemishes out of them, and you're sure that this thing belongs on FBA, you're cheating yourself if you're not bundling it with the right games. So figure out the games. It's pretty easy to figure out, but you got to get it all together because you almost get like a boost in your product's price. You know, like this, for example, might sell for $50. But if you bundle a game with it, all of a sudden it sells for like 75 to 82 or something like that. So it's the right game, and the game you can find for like $1, but it'll end up getting you like an extra 20, sometimes $30 extra on your deal. So something to consider. I won't go highly in depth into this. Of course, if you're in the Green Room University, go check out the files section on the site and find exploits of life and really take time to go through it, because these things are at garage sales. You're going to find 3 primary guitars out there that you're going to want to hustle. One's going to be this one right here, which is the wired Explorer controller. You're also going to be probably coming across the Xbox 360 wireless Les Paul, and then also the wireless Stratocaster Sunburst, I think Red Octane as well. And all those kind of have different bundles, but certain bundles with different games sell for more. So that's what you got to look for. All right. So this was I think $5 for all this, and eMoney is going to convert this into about 80. All right, we having fun. I want to shout out some people. There's some. Let's see what's going on here. Starter, yeah. So starter jackets, that's right. Oh, Brad Kessler has one in his car right now. This guy is like in Facebook land on his car watching Bonafide Hustler videos. Great. Garage Flip says dongle sounds so dirty. Yeah, you know, it's got half of a dirty word in there. But anyway, it is good to see everyone. I want to see a couple of other comments here. Oh yeah, so Clearing Clutter for Clarity says, nice, we get a coupon for donating. We get a coupon for a percentage off when we donate to Goodwill. I know for savers that you definitely get that. And depending on how good your relationship is with the person that takes the donation, at least the one here in Austin, certain people, they will stamp the whole coupon up to 30%, which is really neat. So anyway, fellow Stephanie Starr says, I follow Green Room all the time. Cool. You know, if you're not in the Green Room, consider joining. Of course, you can check it out. Second link down below. And looks like I'm feeling better. Yeah, 14 Emelina. I had food poisoning this past weekend, which was awful, but I do feel slightly better, so that's good. All right, let's talk about this. Everyone knows about Pearl Snap shirts, but really, if you're, Pearl Snap shirts are really good for, I would think, flea markets, definitely antique, vintage, and retro booths. All right. So here's a perfect example, and let me think what else here. If you're running, let's say, like a fair booth on, fair days in your town or whatever, like when the evening sets and everyone puts their booths out. I know in Austin, Texas, there are certain days for that, and there are certain craft fairs. Like this is good for a craft fair, right? So anyway, when I pop on these for, depending on color, like $3 and less almost every single time. This one's a nice vibrant blue, so I paid $2 for this one. Small, and you're going to find this sometimes if their pen is in the pocket, it might have some pen bleed, or maybe there was a piece of gum in there, so there's that right there. But for the most part, an Eli Cattleman in vibrant blue color. It's about to be the season for short sleeves here in Austin, Texas. Perfect Pearl Snap shirt. Too bad it's not a large because I would have worn it. This I'll be asking somewhere in the vicinity of, in the summertime, probably between 17 and about 24-ish. It'll probably sell after the discount that's in my booth right now. And that'll be like the actual conversion. Like that's what will show up on my check, will be those amounts. Somewhere between 17 and $24. So that's what I look for. Anytime I get Pearl Snap shirts in the field, they're always usually dirt cheap. Like almost nobody taxes on these. Taxing meaning like nobody tries to charge a crazy amount unless it's an antique booth person that's closing their doors and they just put everything to a garage sale, which is semi-common in Austin, Texas. But anyway, while we're on the subject of the antique booth, something really simple, a BB gun mount, nothing crazy. So this was $1 or $2, I think $2. Gonna put it in the booth for somewhere between 15 and $20. So that's basically that. I really want to tell you guys about this because this one's really important, but I'll wait for that one. Let's see here. Domino Rally. Domino Rally was $1. It was like the first stop in the morning, 7 o'clock. Domino Rally was a very popular, not even a board game, right? It's a build kind of game that you topple the dominoes and they start doing all these like chain reactions with other things. So Domino Rally was really big in the mid 90s and early 90s. And these surprisingly sell pretty decent at my booth, but they'll sell anywhere between, 13 and 20 bucks. And I don't care how complete or incomplete the set is. So I don't have any more Domino Rally stuff in my booth right now, which is good because now that I found one, I got something to put in the booth. So, but anyway, they come in various different ones. Like there was probably 10 different sets of Domino Rally, not including the expansion things that you could buy for it. And here's one of them, nothing crazy. This one has a Ring of Fire thing. And I'll probably get somewhere between 13 and 20 bucks. I bought it for $1. So, once everything is all said and done, I'll be happy if I walk with $13 or $15 after the discount's done and everything. So that's something that I look out for. All right. Here we go. So this one's labeled $4, $3, $3. I think eMoney spent 5 or 6. I know I did the deal for him, but then I let him pay. So I can't remember what it is. When we go on garage sales, my mind is like racing because A, I'm a content provider, and B, I'm trying to make sure that everyone has fun, including the green room member Alan that was with us last Saturday. So I can't remember what I paid for this, but I know it's probably $5 or $6. So this is Crash Bandicoot 1. We have Crash Bandicoot 2 and Crash Bandicoot Warped for PS1. After all said and done, and eMoney ships these off to FBA, they should be selling, you should probably net somewhere between, I don't know, $32 and about $36 in pure profit from these right here. All right, so that's Crash Bandicoot, PS1 games. They come with jewel cases, which you can switch out if you really want to. We're not going to. It's a PS1 game because, the bottoms are black, and they're in terrific condition too. So that is a good score right there. Crash Bandicoot's a great series, and when it comes to FBA, I don't think a single one of these was over 5,000 in rank. So that's good. Or if they were 5,000, it was like 5,200 or something like. It was really, really low. All right, so you guys want to see a really cool puzzle? Do you guys want to see a really cool puzzle? I'm looking at the feed, so yeah, sorry. Yeah. Pearl snaps sell good on eBay. This is what John Chacon in the Facebook feed is saying. Pearl snaps sell good on eBay. I learned that from you. Thank you. Yeah, you can still sell them on eBay. I have an antique booth like 6 miles down the road, so I put it right there. But Joshua Davidson says, will those PlayStation games sell all right, even without the booklet? Yeah, I think those had the inserts and everything like that, which are the booklet on those games. But when you deal with anything that's cartridge-based, disc-based, you deal with FBA, it all comes down to the description, right? And then you figure yourself out where you want to ask your price based upon the market, right? The lowest price in the market is usually the most scuffed up, most incomplete game out there, but the game will be there. Whereas the highest one will be, the highest in like new condition or whatever is going to be damn near complete, probably hardly any box crush and jewel case perfect, So something to consider is that, you can ask whatever price you want to on FBA, but ultimately, it's an economy, right? And people that are searching for video games aren't going to buy a fully scratched up Crash Bandicoot if it's $50 for, disc only, right? They're going to probably buy it for $15 or $20, So because there are many other people to pick from, it's not that rare of a game. No one's going to put a super rare game on FBA anyway, like a super, super duper rare one that's graded. It wouldn't go to FBA in the first place. You wouldn't trust it to FBA. That belongs on eBay or like other places or like video game fairs, right? Here's a really cool puzzle, right? I asked you guys if you want to see a cool puzzle. So this is what's really neat. It's a vintage video game puzzle, right? Check that out. I think it's pretty cool. Mainly because the Nintendo is sitting right there. I could care less about this Atari stuff because this was before my time, the Atari, but the Nintendo was my time. It's pretty nice. 1,000-piece puzzle. After all fees and everything, $18. I think it's like 30K rank or something like that. And it was $3 minus 10% discount. So you do the math, but about $3 out the door. So there we go right there. Lucky is asking a great question. Has nothing to do with flipping whatsoever, but I'll answer it. Lucky says, what's the best coffee spot in Austin? If you want the best coffee spot in Austin, you have to go to Houndstooth Coffee which is in between. It's on Lamar Boulevard. Just check that out. It's right around 45th Street. That is the best place to go. And if you're in Austin, lucky, please hit me up. Like, I'll see what I can do with my schedule, and you know, maybe I can buy the coffee for you. All right. Okay. Oh, dude, the water. I gotta take the water. Ah, that's good. That's really good. So yeah, honestly, like this shirt, let's say something. The shirt is actually like a large, and I'm almost coming out of my bulking phase. So this shirt fits normal, but for some reason now it's just getting, not for some reason, obviously it's getting super tight. So yeah, I only bulk like a certain time of the year, and then we'll do what's called a shredding routine. And it's kind of fun. You know, once you can figure out how to control your weight and do bodybuilding, whatever, you know, fitness stuff, it's fun to mess with what you know about. Like, it's fun. So if it looks tight, it probably is tight. I did get it at Gymboree. I'm just kidding. Here's something I found at the garage sale for, I think with this and this other panini maker kind of thing right here, I spent $6 or something like that, maybe $8. I can't remember. Okay, so here's one of them, self-powered Rover. This is from Eaton, however you want to say it. And yeah, it's a Rover crank type of AM/FM. It's not shortwave radio or anything like that. AM/FM and NOAA weather, so you can get, like, you know, news about like the storms that are coming your way, or whatever, you know, or if you're perched on the side of a mountain like Rainier or Everest and a storm's about to come, this will basically be, you know, scare the absolute hell out of you and let you know something's coming your way and you can't get out of the way, so you're completely screwed. But this one has an internal battery, so you can pre-charge it, bring it out there. It has a flashlight on the side, and then it has a crank. Like, if all else fails, you can still crank it and listen to the radio and maybe have a flashlight going on. That might save your life. I don't know, you know. So $38 after fees on FBA. Forget what rank it was. It's relatively low. And I bought it for, you know, half of $6 or half of $8, whatever that was, because that's the other half of the deal. We'll get to that in 1 second. I'll teach you guys about this right now. So who knows? And first of all, if you're in the green room and you're watching this, like, try not to spoil the surprise on this one. But who knows why this is worth money right here. All right. Why would this $5 piece be worth money? So take a guess, guys. Go ahead. It's all about learning, you know. Like I said, I do a more detailed version in the green room, but I'll give you full detail on this one. Everything else, I kind of whiz by. Yeah, so I'm just going to kind of whiz by, I guess, you know, on the other stuff. But I do want to explain this one because it's pretty interesting. So everyone likes the puzzle. That's cool. And by the way, if you're on Facebook, just like the video. Like, I want to see, I always like, you know, interaction. It's really important. And Facebook is one of those places, like, it shows me interaction like really well. On YouTube, I don't ask very many times to, you know, to have you guys like my videos. So please like the video. I would really like that. Yeah. So let's take a look at that real quick. Is this for a bike? What do you guys think? What do you guys on Facebook land think? Right? Someone's liking the video on Facebook. Someone heard me. That's what's really cool about, you know, this like live type streaming stuff, is that you could literally ask someone to do something and they will do it for you. I order you guys to like my videos, all of them. No, so it looks like a handlebar. Is it lightweight? I would say it's pretty lightweight. Yeah, definitely. A bike or workout piece, says TSW. New follower here. Hey, let's all welcome TSW. What's up, TSW? Thank you for coming to my channel and checking out my live views. I mean, my live show. And these live views, I guess. Bike handlebars. Okay, so these are handlebars. Is it a lat pull down piece? No, it's not. I guess you could kind of see how it could be, you know, but that's not. Okay, so this is 2 pieces, right? So first of all, it's not integrated, right? Integrated would mean it's 1 piece, but it's 2 pieces. So we have a handlebar, all right, right here. Now, the handlebar inherently is completely worthless. And when I unscrew these 4 screws right here, I will drop the handlebar out or slide it out. But usually on this, because this is such an interesting piece here in the middle, I'm going to fully unscrew all 4 of those, which will take probably about 1 minute and 30 seconds. I'm going to take the handlebar completely out, and then I'm going to re-screw in those things right there, and then touch it up a little bit, which doesn't need much touching up, and likely throw it on eBay. All right, so what is this thing? So this is a handlebar, and that is what's called a stem. And a stem attaches to a fork on a bike, all right? And the fork attaches to a front wheel. It also goes through the head tube of a bicycle. So that's what this is. It's called a stem, okay? A stem. Now, you're gonna find a lot of stems out there as you go garage selling and stuff like that, especially after this broadcast. If you don't know jack, you know what about stems, at least you're gonna start looking at them after this. Now, what makes the stems interesting is that the shorter the stem gets, the more real purpose I think it has to a bicycle. And I mean that by a lot of times the shorter stems are found on bikes that are enduro based, all mountain based, downhill, free ride, meaning the crazy Red Bull Rampage stuff that you guys see on YouTube, or those people hucking off like a cliff and just flying through the air and then landing, you know, those bikes with a lot of suspension, they almost all of them will have a short stem, okay? Because you want a lot of the rider's weight to be kind of behind the bike because you're going downhill a lot. So if you put your rider's weight in front of the bike with a longer stem, now the person's weight, if they hit anything on the ground or something goes crazy, like they go forward on the bike and they go flying over it. Whereas, you know, if you're going downhill, you probably want to set yourself back a little bit. And this allows for the rider's body weight to be naturally positioned further back on the bike while it's traveling really fast downhill, or it's going through the air through a jump or whatever. So that's why short stems are actually, you know, out there. So anyway, let me see if I have a longer stem real quick. I might have one like right here. I'll kind of show you what's up. I might not. Here we go. I do have one. Okay. And I have even a really short one here. So here we go. All right. So you have short stems like this. We have really short ones like that. I mean, this is a really short guy right here. And then this is what a normal bike stem kind of looks like. It's like long like this. So not that long is bad. No, you can kind of see that the longer stems look like this. Now you're likely to find a lot of these at garage sales, okay? A lot. These are all over the place. When you see a Craigslist listing that says bike parts and stuff like this, you're probably guaranteed to find something like this. But when you find those short ones, okay, and it's made by a company, let's say called Thompson, which is really good, or Race Face, or anything like that. I mean, when it's machined aluminum and it's like crazy and it's blockish looking like this, as opposed to really smooth like that, more circular and smooth and rounded edges, all right, you found yourself kind of like a small piece of gold, okay? So this is the more blockish stem, as you can see. And this stem right here, it's a Thompson Elite X4. You're gonna have to make sure to describe, you have to figure out with these little numbers that this one says it has a 0 degree up or down, how do I say it, pitch, times 50 times 31.8, which means it's 0 degree times 50 millimeters times 31.8 diameter. I know this sounds technical, but just trust me, because without those numbers, you would never be able to sell this on eBay. So you need that because people need to know what type of diameter for the bars that they can fit through here. And it's 31.8 here, 31.8 there. That's good. 50 millimeters means it's the midpoint of that circle all the way to the midpoint of this line right there. That means super short. That's good. So something like this, and then 0 degree means it has no upsweep. It means there's no angle going like this. As you can see, it's flat, okay? As opposed to this one, which has a 15 degree upsweep. You can see that it goes up, right? This is 120 millimeters, which is crazy. That's very long, right? And then this one is also a 31.8, you know, diameter. So that's what you kind of need to know, those three numbers when you hustle a stem. But likely big, long stems like this, not worth anything, okay? Where the money is typically are carbon stems, right? If you find a carbon, like really long one, that's really good. But are blockish type short stems like this, okay? They're just called stems. There's no other word for this thing. It's called a stem. So definitely got to check that out. That's your tutorial for today. That's basically kind of like a hint of how detailed it is behind the scenes in the green room. But yeah, that's it. Put those guys up. So that'll probably sell for somewhere between this X4 stem. I think if you were to buy it brand new, it's like 90 to 100 bucks. In the used category, I could probably get 60, 65, no problem for this guy right here. And it'll be in a first class envelope as well. So perfect hustle. Here's another thing that we got. Who knows what the F this thing is right here, right? Anyway, woo. Got a lot of freaking. Did I go too much in depth with that actual last thing real quick? Let me know. Let me know. Yeah, Glenn Gillespie says, okay, never mind. There's some technicality stuff going on here, but yeah. So it's basically when you deal with these angles with stems, they're called rakes. I call them angles, but yeah, they're called rakes. And then if you ever deal with, well, it gets too technical. I talked about it in the green room, but anyway, so who knows what this is? It's a lightsaber. That's right, Annette. It's a lightsaber. Second lightsaber, found in a week. It's good. 50 cents. Kid said it didn't work, which means that's where I come in and I buy the hell out of it because I'm thinking one thing in my head: corrosion, battery corrosion, which is very easy to get remedied. So I remedied the situation pretty quickly. Put three AAA batteries in this thing. What color is this blade going to turn out? What do you guys think? Because there's like 3 primary colors when we deal with Star Wars, right? Well, what color is this one? Take an actual guess. And hey, Garage Flip's my best friend. He's saying hydrate. Okay, let me get my water. Ah, that's good. That's good. All right, so blue. That's right. What's up, Joshua Davidson? What's up, Glenn? Good to see you guys. What's up, Marco? Got a lot of like really good followers in here that I see on all my shows. So I want to say thanks a lot for supporting my channel. If it wasn't for people like you guys, would never have the opportunities that I do today, would never probably have the green room and all that. So thank you so much, honestly. So let's see. I don't know if you guys can tell, but what do we think this color is right here? You probably can't tell. Can you tell? Woo! Look at that, man. This is definitely how to get negotiations done at a garage sale. You whip out your lightsaber and you cut their freaking arm off, dude. That's what you do. That's bona fide hustler tactic number 1 that we never cover on the ride-alongs because it's too gruesome and brutal. So, yes, this is a lightsaber. It's 2010 Force FX. Now, I won't tell you the difference between lightsabers and years and whatever because I reserved that for the green room, but you definitely want to be looking into these, okay? And look at the bottom. The bottom has weird noise coming out of it because there's a thing called a speaker down there, guys. It's a speaker, all right? And it's 2010 Force FX lightsaber, 3 AA batteries, and little switches right here. I've hustled, what do I say? I've hustled one of the really good ones, right? Which is, I want to say it's an ultimate. No, it's beyond the ultimate one. It's like really good. It's like true replica. And that one sold for pretty good money. I think it was like $139.99. It was like a $10 or $15 buy at a Goodwill auction. Like nobody bid on this thing. I was like, holy crap. So anyway, thought it was really interesting. So yes, and then you press the button like that. There's a try me mode and there's an off mode and there's an on mode. Try me is more like demo. And like if it's in its actual box and you're a kid, you come up to it and you go, oh, try me, and you press it. It's a demo mode, shows all the cool things, and then it just shuts itself off. So that's interesting. But if you put it in the actual on mode, let me find it here, which is this one. Here's one of the ways you can test it. First of all, you gotta make sure that this little saber lights go all the way up. If you barely touch it, it should kind of stop making weird noises. And it's waiting for movement, right? See? So it starts making different sounds as soon as I start moving it. But when you smack it, here's the real test. It should make little smack noises, right? So check this out. Whoops. See? Sounds like current day techno. So that's a lightsaber right there. I think if all goes well, I'll probably be able to get 50 bucks out of it. So something interesting. TSW says, what's a green room? I will let someone in the feed answer that question for you. Of course, you can check out the second link in the description down below, and that would explain a lot of it for you as well. But I'll let someone in the feed, I don't want to smoke up my entire show and just say green room stuff all the time, but someone in the feed will talk to you about it. And then maybe it'll be Texas Scout Treasures or something like that. What's up to Margaret in the feed, who is crushing it on merch? All right. Joshua Davis says, what's the best way to get rid of the battery corrosion? Not erosion, but corrosion. And apple cider vinegar is real good, so check that out. Sometimes I like to use WD-40. So, but you usually don't want anything super liquidy. So apple cider vinegar on a towel or some sort of abrasive type cloth and lightly start scrubbing around. But I like to, before I do any of that, I like to take a flat edge screwdriver and I like to kind of pick and probe all the little pieces between the springs and all that kind of stuff so I can make some of this stuff loose. And then I basically blow it out, and then there's still some residue, and that's where I take the apple cider vinegar. It takes like less than a minute, guys. And then you have a working lightsaber. So anyway, check it out. Okay. Yes. And Q-tips are really good too. That's coming from Glenn Gillespie. What's up, Glenn? Good to see you, man. Okay, so let's talk about, we found some more Frisbee discs. Of course, if you're watching these Bonafide live garage sale finds, these Frisbee discs, we're putting them in piles, and we're going to turn them over to a consignment store after we get probably like 30 of them. So, and this is definitely not a Frisbee disc, but these are all Frisbee golf discs. This is a Frisbee disc. These are Frisbee golf discs. Okay, these things weigh a pretty good amount of money. You wouldn't want to go just up to a friend and just chunk this at them because it'll probably kill them. But this is light, fun to play with. This is sporty and take your freaking head off, right? So just kind of know the difference. These are going to go to a consignment store. We might allow them to do consignment on all the discs, right? Which means we get a little bit more than like an outright payout for them. And this disc, if we bring discs to this store, they do $3 to $4 a disc, right? So if it's completely wrecked kind of disc, $3. Good disc, $4. Or you can do consignment, which means you let them sell it, you let them price it out, and then you get a cut of what could be a bigger price that it sells for. So usually if you're not in a big rush and you're getting these things for like pennies on the dollar, I would probably pick option 2. I'm going to separate them in like ones that belong on option 1, and then option 2 will be the ones that have better potential, and I'll let them sell those at their pace. Okay. 3 more items. Hopefully you guys are having fun. There's a longboard back there too that I picked up at a Goodwill, but I'm not going to bring it out. So it was like $6. Pretty nice longboard. It's going to go probably Craigslist for 50 or 60 bucks. That's good. Good enough for me. All right. So yeah, Texas Gal Treasures is doing a great job of explaining the green room. So go check that out. And all right. And by the way, there's a link down there. It's the very first link. Okay, you can't miss it. If you're on YouTube, very first link is it's a link to our guide where if you want to learn all, really good items to sell, bread and butter items to sell during garage sale season or thrift store season, however you want to look at it, that guide is down below. It's free. It's a PDF. It's the very first link. Okay, go download it for yourself. Okay, so this is made by a company called Chrome, right? And Chrome bags are kind of like Timbuktu bags, except they're like way, way more heavily built. Timbuktu bags are notoriously known as like messenger bags or something like that. Messengers being the kind of people that get on single speed or fixed seat type bikes in the New York streets, and they're mostly like commuters, like not commuters, but couriers, right? Couriers. They're couriers, right? They're couriers. Now I don't know what the hell the right word is now. Couriers. Yes. I started thinking about Indian food for a second. Okay, so where was I? Oh wow, something sold. What? No way. Holy crap. Anyway, wow. I just got a notification that something sold for really good money. Holy crap, that was crazy. Anyway, go to the green room directly after this, okay? I'm gonna show you exactly what it is. That was a good sale. Okay, so here's a Chrome bag. It's a messenger bag. It's got a little bit of like, not scuffs, but like, some discoloration and smudges because the person probably actually used it. They're known for having this like seatbelt type buckle, which I think is like hella cool, right? Sounds awesome too. Sounds like you're about to get into like a 69 Ford or something like that. All right, so that's nice. It's got chest strap, all this stuff. You want to check it out, make sure there's no rips or tears, whatever. But Chrome bags, somewhere between probably 40 to 60 bucks on this resale. $3, and that's good because I can also like fold it and put it into like a padded manila or something like that. So not too bad of a hustle. Decided I want to get it because, I could probably move this locally for like 30 bucks if I really wanted to as well. Okay, so last 2 items. I have 2 more down here. Holy crap. You guys are like so in luck. Are you guys having fun, by the way? Let me know. Oh my God. Oh, Jillian wants to see the longboard. I can show you the longboard. You want to see it? If you want to see the longboard, that's fine. I'll show it to you. I don't care. But it's nothing crazy. It's really nothing crazy. It's just a longboard. There's just nothing to it. So let me get to this Breville panini maker. So we have a panini maker right here. A panini maker. and it's I forgot the model. Its resale is somewhere between 65 and like 75 bucks on eBay. So that's going, that's going to go up on eBay right there. It has the little grease catcher right here, which catches the grease from the panini from all the, usually the cheese oils and stuff, or sometimes if you, put too much olive oil around the bread to make it crispy, some of that can float down here as well. So yeah, that one's pretty nice, and it's a stainless steel one, so it doesn't have any of those weird dents in the steel, so that's good. And the way you're going to test it, easiest way to test it, plug it in, stick your hand in there, and put the top onto your hand, and wait for it to progressively warm up. Seriously, I'm not even kidding. That's how you do it. So that's how I do it, at least. Is it the most brightest way to do it? Yeah, probably don't want your kids seeing that's the way you test it. But that's how I test it. That's how I test out Delaware waffle makers. That's how I test out things that are like that. That Waring Pro waffle maker. That's how I'm gonna test that out, right? Stick your hand in there. Seriously. Not even kidding. And thank you, by the way, to Monkey Gym 99, a nice home gym, by the way. Yeah. So go check out my other channel, guys. By the way, Boddamn, BODDAMN, BODDAMN. It's a really good channel. Boddamn. Play on words. Ha ha ha. All right, 87 people watching right now. 39 upvotes. I can do my math. Some people aren't liking this video. Got 2 downvotes, man. Someone does not like the lightsaber. Someone doesn't like something. I think someone doesn't like, 2 people don't like the fact that I'm taking breaks to put water down my throat. But anyway, that other one right there is a Waring Pro. It's too bad it's not a 300A model, because a 300A model will probably sell on FBA for north of 300 bucks. It's a 300. That sucks, man. 300 means it's only going to sell for like 100 to about 110 on eBay. That's still really good, right? I think you might have paid like $5 for that thing. So that's great. So that's a Waring Pro waffle maker right there. Anyway, I've got 2 more finds down here. Yeah. Just like the video. Thank you, TSW. That's how we do it here on my channel. Oh my God, we got like double the haters now. Sweet. We got 4 downvotes, man. Doesn't matter. You really can't. You can't. There's too much goodness in this video. I'm explaining too many things. I just don't ever see my downvotes getting out of control. There's just, and if they did, I wouldn't even care. I would still put out this video. All right, so right here we have rope, okay? You probably weren't expecting this as like one of the things to show today, but this is a $3 piece of rope, and it's really long. That rope could, and it smells like, I don't know, it kind of smells like, I don't know. It smells like an airplane tarmac. Like, it doesn't smell that great, which means it might be maritime, could be used for construction stuff. Who knows, right? But pretty long rope. Going to go in my antique vintage retro booth because it's kind of crafty, right? And we'll see if I can get somewhere between 40, 60 bucks for it, something like that. That's kind of like the play I'm looking for. I'd probably go down as far as 30 if I really wanted it, but for the most part, that's that. And then the last find right here is a chicken bone, right? No, it's not. No, this is a wishbone. No, it's not. Okay, so this is a vintage toothpick. No, it's not. Okay, so this is an elk antler, okay? It's an elk antler, or antler, yeah. It's one of them, right? It's not, it's antler. So that's what that is. It's a little bit oxidized. It's been left outside for a while. I paid $5 for this thing. Asking price was 10 bucks. And I was like, oh, man. And she's like, what would you pay for it? And I was like, I don't know. She goes, how about $7? And I was like, I don't know. I'm notorious for doing this. I'll just sit there and go, I don't know. Like, I probably would have bought it for 10 bucks, honestly. But I don't know. Like, that thing right there is just so detrimental sometimes to people. Because they're like, well, you don't want my stuff? You don't want it? So I did want it. I just didn't want it 10 bucks. Well, I kind of wanted it for 10 bucks. But I really wanted it for $5, right? So $5. Gonna go in my booth. I don't know. What do you guys think I should ask for this thing? If you had a vintage retro antique booth in arguably the best antique mall in town, but what do you guys think? I know the autofocus is out of control. This stupid camera. Okay, I have to stand still. I'm just like, bouncing around, and that's why this camera just can't handle the cheddar-ness, right? It's a dog bone, that's right. 30, 40, 30. Yeah, there's a good places to start. Thank you, Texas Gal Treasures. I'm going to start probably around that 35 to 50 mark. okay, something like that. And if I had both of them oxidized like this, right, because it's not smooth, probably could get $100. But yeah, I think this one right here, yeah, we're getting right around the ballpark, guys. I know, it's pretty neat, right? And the funny thing is, you know, someone might think like, who the hell wants one, right? Well, people like to cut things here, spray paint, gloss, make a knife handle out of this thing. Some people cut certain pieces off and feed it to their dogs because it's really good for them to grind their teeth on it. Some people put these on axes. Like, it's not just, you know, someone's going to be having one random thing like this hanging on the wall with no rest of the head or the other antler. It's not going to be like that. You know, it's going to be something different. Someone's going to look at this and be like, okay, I want to put like a base to it. I'm going to screw it to the wood base, and then I'm going to put picture frames on each part. You know, that's what you got to kind of think. So that's what someone's going to need this thing for, something like that. All right. So that's pretty much it. Barely any water left. I'm famished. Okay, so that's pretty much it. Coat rack, yeah, there we go. Jewelry holder. I'm watching myself on the other feed. That has a little bit of a delay, and I'm like, man, that guy's a dumbass. Anyway, so it is good to see you guys. I hope you had fun watching, honestly. Don't forget to, oh, Alan Taylor's in the house too. He was the guy on the ride along, by the way. He says, Bonafide and E-Money together were like a machine. Thank you. To answer the question, what the hell is this person on my shirt, or who was it? The answer is, it's a guy named Bert Kreischer. And Bert Kreischer is a host on a Travel Channel show called Trip Flip. And he's also a professional comedian. And he has a Showtime special and all this stuff. But anyway, he was the host on Trip Flip. And I applied to go on one of the shows with my wife, or my girlfriend at the time. And we freaking won, right? So got to meet Bert and got to go to a really amazing place for free, all on the Travel Channel for 6 days. Filmed everything, was put on TV. And I went to go see one of his comedy shows afterwards, and he hooked me up with a shirt. So that is Bert Kreischer, the machine. Yes. And if you holler, if you know the actual story about the machine, because it's really good. So, all right, guys. So that's pretty much it. Joshua Davidson saying, great video as usual, Bonafide. Thank you for the great knowledge. Karen saying, great video. Thank you. You know, picking for profits in the house. We're going to have to get him on a green room show soon. Says, I used your antlers to display rings. That's perfect, man. Perfect. Garage Flip says, you are on a show, bro. It's online somewhere. If you type in Travel Channel Trip Flip Puerto Rico, that's the one that we won. So you can go check it out. His latest special on Showtime for Bert Kreischer is pretty good. Yes, I do agree. I like it. Cody O says, you can never have too much information or explanations. That's right. You know, while I don't do a ton of eBay, okay, or a ton of Amazon, because of other things that I'm working on, right? I'm working on a private label brand. I'm getting super close to making my first order. I'm also one of the creators of the Green Room. All this stuff requires me to step back from the hustle, okay? And stepping back from the hustle is one of those things that I made that choice. And I think any one of you guys out there that is in my shoes or might be in my shoes one day would do the exact same thing. So I've pulled away considerably back from a lot of hustling, but I still love to go to garage sales and thrift stores on the weekends. And anytime during the weekend that I'm really close to one, doesn't matter what the hell I'm doing in Austin, Texas, I try to pop into them if they're close. But during the week, I'm working hard on other things, you know. But I do want to show you guys this stuff. And we still have what seems to be 30 gigs worth of pictures of 2016 and a little bit of 2015 to go over on my shows in the future. So if you ever see shows on my channel that are like 8 items to sell on eBay or 10 items that do well on this or whatever, like these are items that I am training you guys through my past pictures, because as you guys know, you know, I took all these pictures for my eBay items on a real good camera that's not on my cell phone or anything like that. And so I have these amazing pictures all stored up, like all of them. So I want to teach you guys through the pictures. So those shows are typically screen share type shows, and they're fun. They're really fun, and it allows me to really kind of go back semi-nostalgic to myself, because I'm like, damn, I flipped that. That was pretty cool, you know? And so I do those shows for that purpose. But yeah, I think, is there going to be a one day where I get heavily all the way back into thrifting? I don't know, you know? But I know that with the money that I've made thrifting and the money I've made through, you know, selling some stuff online, and also with the Green Room, it's allowed me a couple other opportunities to at least look into. And so I think that's an important kind of thing for me to go forward. I'm gonna take you guys on the journey with me. Trust me. Like this first order, when it goes through, because I finally got my designs and everything. Like this first order is gonna be like a milestone kind of thing. So I'm really, really, really excited for it. I really am. So thanks a lot for all the follows and the supports and all that. I really do appreciate it. And like I said, I mean, I can't say it enough. You know, thanks a lot. Like just thanks a lot for all that you guys do and all the positive comments. And you guys always told me like to keep going, and you kept the comments good. And for the person that was like way back in the day that was like, dude, your eyebrows are too big, like that's okay. Like my eyebrows might be too big. I don't care. Like I did shave them after that. But anyway, you know, there's some really crazy, hateful stuff that you might see going on YouTube, right? And I gotta just tell you right now to figure out what kind of person you want to be, right? And follow the people with the mentality and the personality that you want to become or that you are, and follow those people. That's as much advice as I can give you, all right? So I think that's pretty much it. And that's, yeah. Oh, here's the last question. How can we get your merch? Because I didn't design. I want to give huge thanks to Hustler Hacks, also known as Glenn Zubia. So first of all, Hustler Hacks has a really wonderful YouTube channel. He deals a lot with merch from Amazon. Plus, he also flips stuff and shoes and amazing garage sale flips and all that. Okay, so his channel is like really good. Hustler Hacks on YouTube. I want to tell you guys to go there. He designed my retro Bonafide Hustler t-shirts that you can find on Amazon, which are pretty cool. Like I really, really like them. So, and I'm not just saying that to make money because I don't make much money from those things at all. So, but they are really, really cool. So you can check out that on Amazon at official Bonafide Hustler merchandise. And it is one of the links in the YouTube stream below. Okay. So if you're on YouTube, you can check it out. And yeah, Glenn is the man. That's right. That's right. Glenn is the man. Okay, so that's pretty much it. Let me cancel out Facebook real quick. Hey guys on Facebook, thank you so much for being here. I'll see you on the next one. Okay, bye. They're out of here. But for you guys out there, thanks again for watching my videos. I'll try to do another one tomorrow. Post that one. Okay, so I'll try to do another video tomorrow. I really want to do a ride-along. I have 5 ride-alongs to edit. 5. Okay, so I got to get to that kind of stuff, and I definitely have to give you guys this footage. So you're going to see a ride-along of us picking up this stuff too. So just check it out. And some of the prices might be a little different because by now I've had a little bit of time to research a couple things. And so what we say on prices might be micro inaccurate. So, and some might be under promised or some might be, you'll see, you'll figure it out. But anyways, watch it and I'll see you guys on the next Bonafide Hustler video. Take it out. Take it easy. I'm out. Bye.